So in our previous video, we have learned about the basic constitution of an organism, how a body is formed. Then we have learned about the various functions of the skeletal system. So today we'll study this human skeletal system in detail. Human skeletal system consists of bones, cartilage and ligaments. When a newborn baby is born, it has more than 300 bones. But as it grows into an adult, many bones they become fused together and an adult has 206 bones. Here is a picture that will show you the important bones of the human skeleton. Here you can see the skull consists of cranium and face. Then we have the shoulder bone called scapula and collar bone called as clavicle. In the front we have the breastbone or the sternum. Then we have in our arms humerus, ribcage, we have the vertebral column, carpals, metacarpals. On the legs we have femur, then we have the kneecap called the patella, then tibia, fibula, tarsals, metatarsals and phalanges. So we will be studying these bones in detail. So let's start with the skull bones. In our skull we have 8 flat bones which are fused together. So this joint is immovable. Except we have in the face we have 14 bones. Out of these 22 bones together, 14 and 8 flat bones of the skull, only one bone is movable, that is the lower jaw, which we use for speaking and chewing our food. Here we have backbone or the spine. The animals which have this backbone, which is vertebral column, they are called as vertebrates. Like we human beings, cow, buffalo, goat, they all are vertebrates. But the animals which don't have these backbones, they are called as invertebrates. Like cockroach, housefly, they are invertebrates. In humans, we have this vertebrae, small vertebrae. What are these vertebrae? Small bones. This whole vertebrae or the backbone is not a single bone, because to give us flexibility, we can bend, we can dance, we can twist because of these small vertebrae joined together. So they are 33 in number. This which can be bifurcated further as cervical vertebrae, thoracic, lumbar, sacrum and coccyx. This is the rib cage. Rib cage are the bones which helps to protect our lungs, parts of heart, kidneys, stomach. Rib cage are 12 in pairs. So in total they are making 24 bones. So you can see as there at the end, 2 ribs are such which are attached only to the backbone, not to the front. In the front you can see there is a breastbone or what we call which other ribs are joined, but these last two they are not joined in the front, so they are called as floating ribs. Now except these two, if you count from the bottom, again 3 ribs are there which are fused together and then they are joined to the breastbone, so they are called as false ribs. So out of the 12 pair, 2 are floating ribs, 3 pairs are false ribs. Yes, so other than that 7 pairs of ribs they are called as true ribs because they are joined at the backbone and in the front to the sternum or what we call as the breastbone. This upper part of this body is called as thoracic cage. It includes the sternum, the thoracic vertebrae and the ribs. So true ribs, as I told you, the first 7 pair which are attached to the sternum. False ribs, 8th, 9th, are fused together and then they are attached. Floating ribs, they are the last 2 pairs which are not attached to the sternum. Now coming to our hands. In our hands, the first bone, the upper arm bone, is called as humerus. We have radius and ulna. Then we have 8 carpals at the wrist region. Then here and in the finger. Here we have the phalanges which we can count also. Yes, so these are the different bones which are there in our hands. Talking about our hind limbs or the legs. The first bone here shown is femur. Next we have the patella, that is the kneecap. Below to the knee we have tibia and fibula. At the ankle we have 7 tarsals. Then we have metatarsals and 14 phalanges.